Getting that focus sharp every single time can be challenging for any new photographer with any camera or fresh owners of Canon EOS M50. I've done a lot of research and testing, so here are hands-on focus techniques explained to the greatest detail and my bonus tips. And if we haven't met yet, my name is Zdenka Darula. I work as a photographer for many years. I am a former model and a few other things. I make tutorials and fun vlogs, so you might want to hit that ding ding subscribe button. Having a bad day when it comes to focus? Well, we all wished it was just all about that dirty lens. Unfortunately, it's not. Every single camera is different, every single lens is different, every single photographer is different. Where am I getting with this? Let me start all over. Any camera is different, but if you nail that focus technique and you understand what it can do for you and memorize it, you are good to go pretty much on any camera. Here is my camera, Canon EOS M50, which I got for video, and it's beautiful out of focus. Now let's jump right into it. Pay attention, grab your camera, and feel free to freeze me. Such a torture. Every single time you need to catch up. If you want to be in control what will be in the focus, your best friend is single point autofocus. It looks like this. Little square. You can move it with tapping on the screen, and if you want to quickly center it, just press and hold AF point selection button. As you can see, the single point autofocus will move to the center. Now, if you want the square to be smaller or bigger, press the AF point selection button shortly, and you will see small menu at the bottom. When you press menu button, the square will get smaller or bigger. If you want to zoom in and check that the focus is where you want it, use dial here on the top to zoom in 5 times, 10 times, or return to normal view. To get out of it, press AF point selection button again. Now I know it feels like it might be lots of buttons at the beginning. Just pick an object and keep practicing. Get that to your fingers and to your head. Once it feels automatic and natural and you don't even have to think about it, you got it. When is the best to use single point autofocus? On a stationary object, when there is no movement, no tracking, and in low light situations. Whenever you walk, talk, move, or have a sit-down interview, you want to use face tracking. It's not only for faces, it's also for objects. I have here single point focus, which is the square. Now, when I move, I am no longer sharp, I'm no longer in focus, because the square is only focusing that little spot. Now, if I select face tracking and I move, or I move the camera, it is following my face, or it will follow the object. It will stay in focus. If I am shooting close-up of a face and I want eyes in focus, and you know, when it comes to photography, you always want to have your eyes in focus when it comes to portraits. Go to menu, find shooting settings, page 6, find eye detection AF, and select enable. Face tracking works very nicely. I'm using it lots when I'm talking to you, like right now. But if you run into trouble, like if you're wearing sunglasses and the Canon EOS M50 says, nope, I don't like that face, or if you are shooting an object or a person against the sun like this, then you might want to select single point autofocus, or you just might have to focus manually. If you want to shoot wider areas such as landscape or B-roll for your videos, and you want majority of your footage to stay sharp, then select Zone Autofocus. It's the big box. When you press halfway your shutter, you will see small squares inside of it. In this mode, you can also tap on a screen and select the area you want in focus. If you press and hold AF point selection button, the square will move to the center. If you press shortly AF point selection button, you can again zoom in and see what is in focus by moving your dial. And if you want focus to jump in the middle here, press Info button. This magnify option works only in single point autofocus and zone autofocus. Are you still with me, or are you completely lost? Don't worry, you can always watch this video over again. You can pause and you can catch up. If you're somewhere on a vacation and you want to take a photo of a fast-moving boat, or kite surfer, or windsurfer, when was it the last time I did windsurfing? Maybe this summer, who knows? Or simply a car driving by, pretty much you want to follow a fast-moving object and take shot of it, press Q, and instead of one shot, select servo. When you see the car going by, half press the button, follow the car. The camera will follow it to make sure the car is sharp as long as you keep pressing the button halfway, and take the shot. For non-moving objects, just use one shot, so don't forget to switch it back once you are done. And you know, there might be a situation when you simply cannot use autofocus. It can happen if you are using a lens like Ryan did in this video. He was using a Nikon lens and it was a fully manual lens. The video is in the video description below, so you can watch it later. Simply, Canon M50 didn't recognize the lens and said, nope, I am not doing the job for you, buddy. You are on your own from now on. Or you might be shooting a low dark situation, maybe taking photos of the stars on the sky, or you are taking photos of an object which is fully backlit, or you just want to play around and you want to do manual focusing on your own. How to select manual focus? Press this button here to switch from AF to MF. Here you can just turn the ring on the lens to change the focus. If you press AF point selection, then little square appears, and when you tap on the screen, you can choose a focusing area. But you still need to turn the ring on the lens to focus properly. It is more for you to see where you want to focus. You can zoom in here as well by simply turning the dial button. When you hit the info button, the square will jump in the middle. To me, it's not really necessary. All the work is really done with the ring on the lens. I like the zoom, however, because you can check where you want the focus to be. There is one super cool feature Canon M50 has, and to be honest, you don't even have to use zoom. It's called manual focus peaking. Go to menu, shooting settings, find page 7, and here you can see MF peaking settings. Press that. Press peaking on, and you can choose if you want to see high color or low, and mainly what color. Now, if I'm shooting snow, I'll select red. If I'm shooting something dark, I'll select yellow. You can also choose blue if you like. Basically, when I'm using MF and focusing, which is manual focus, Whatever is in focus will turn the color. I'm loving that feature. So these are all focusing options Canon EOS M50 offers. Now, it is not all about what focus option you will select. Here are my bonus tips, which I do always, and they work for me as well. First of all, when I shoot, I just don't stand like this. I always lock in elbows, or if I'm low, I'm using my knee or something to get solid, and obviously hold the breath when I shoot. Number 2, don't use low shutter speed when you are shooting without a tripod. When I used to work as a second shooter for weddings, and whenever my settings were a little bit lower than the 1/60th, the main photographer used to get mad at me because he said people cannot hold camera steadily anything lower than 1/60th. So your shutter speed needs to go up, it needs to be faster. Now, it also depends on what kind of situation you are shooting and also what kind of lens you are using, because each lens handles shutter speed differently. And that can be another long discussion, so maybe in one of the future videos. Number 3, we all love to shoot free, but if you can, use tripod or monopod. Number 4, if you can, use prime lenses. They are generally faster and sharper because they have lower f-stop. Now I prefer zoom lenses, so that really doesn't apply to me. Number 5, if you're shooting on shallow depth of field, which will be the small f-stop, don't just rely on one photo. Take 2 or 3 shots. The last one, number 6, is what I was doing at the beginning of this video. Simply clean your lens. If you have a problem, start there. Well, my Canon M50 and YouTube friends, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. I tried my best. Give it thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe for our future videos about Canon EOS M50. Also, not just about that, also other photography and videography videos. Hit that bell notification button so you know when my next video is up. If you have any questions or comments, or simply want to say hello, please write that in the video comment section below. I'm looking forward to hear from you, and I'll see you next time. Ciao, ahoy! Oh no, I said it 24 times. And I know better, I know seriously better. Not focus, but focus. Out of focus. Bonus. Yeah, well, you know what? In Czech we have this one word, fokat. It means blow. So fokat, focus, similar. And I know better, and I say focus again. Focus, focus. I made a note. Here it is. Focus. Made a note of it. Gotta focus on that out of focus. See ya.